Hi everyone, I am Dr. Trishna M Thakuria, Director, Center for Gender Studies, University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. Here we have with us Professor Yasmin Saikia, who is a very renowned figure, and she is a chair professor in the Arizona State University, United States of America. We are very eager to talk to her. She has recently started one center, Jahanara Center for Peace Studies in University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. So today here we are gathered to learn from ma'am what drove her to open a center for peace studies in a private university in Northeast India.
Thank you, Dr. Thakuria, for inviting me to discuss with you the inspiration and the reason for starting a Center for Peace Studies at this private university of University of Science and Technology in Meghalaya. My inspiration for the center comes from my parents, Anwar and Jahanara Saikia. We're both educationists, and we're strong believers in extending and growing the fields of different parts of education and academia, and educating youth for the new for the new times, for the future. I thought that I should do something here in Assam as a way, and Meghalaya, as a way of giving back to my family and to the community that I originally come from, which is Assam. The center's approach or its vision is to create and cultivate a very harmonious global community thinking about peace by using different local, national, and international perspectives through research, education, and outreach, so that the young generation can really benefit not only with education, but to learn to live in the world side by side with a variety of people. So that is the inspiration behind it. Thank you.
So as per information received to us that you have laid foundation for your center in 2023 here at USTM, University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. We'd like to know more about your center. So what exactly we are seeking in this center? Is it a teaching learning center? Is it going to be a teaching learning center, or is this research oriented only? Or does it have any interdisciplinary framework to include other departments and centers, or include researchers from different streams of social sciences?
Thank you again, a very good question, Trishna. This center, Peace Studies, by the very virtue of its disciplinary outlook, is interdisciplinary, as you know so well. Peace Studies involves sociology, political science, the humanities field of history, literature, and various other disciplines. So the center itself, as you said, is conceived as an interdisciplinary space in which will bring together faculty from different streams of social sciences and the humanities, and hopefully students who are going at USTM to learn and develop. So it will be a teaching and learning in some way, but also in order to be good teachers and to be good learners, we have to do research. So we have to do research, and so it has a combination of activities and a vision that is going to bring research, teaching, and other kind of programmatic events that will allow even the public to become involved with the university through different kind of outreach and certificate programs and short courses, capsules, as you had talked about. The center's real as you said, the center started. It didn't start. It was launched in 2023. Physically, it will come into existence in 2024. 25 will be its major launch, and in the meantime we are planning a lot of activities to prepare ourselves to become those researchers and teachers in order to bring our students and young minds to get excited about peace. So there will be activities like capsule courses for even non-USTM thing, NGOs and other members of the community. We are hoping to involve the students through film series and through street theaters, plays, skits, murals, what you think will work best for your students at USTM to get engaged. And of course research will mean we bring internal faculty and also external faculty from all over the world to come and have discussions, to have panels, to have conferences and seminars that will enable the furthering of peace studies at USTM. By the way, USTM perhaps is the first university in the Northeast that is inaugurating such a center called the Center of Peace Studies. The Center of Peace Studies will have to work in close collaboration with gender studies, with international relations, and hopefully with even tribal studies, because we want to bring local, national, and international perspectives together in advancing peace, not only for here, but for hopefully worldwide, that people will start will start paying attention to what is happening here, and will take an interest both in learning from the Northeast people and also sharing their knowledge, so the Northeast people, students and faculty at USTM can benefit from the center. This is really an effort to give back to community and let community become the leaders in shaping peace internally and externally. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Yasmin Saikia, Madam. So we got to learn a lot from you regarding your center. We are very much hopeful to work in collaboration, since I have laid a proposal for Center for Gender Studies and it got accepted. Till now we have done several activities under Center for Gender Studies, and since both the centers are interdisciplinary in terms of focus, methods, and in terms of peace building initiative, which is the solo motive of both the centers, so I think we can work in collaboration, and we wish to see your inputs more and more in future. And after this, we would like to welcome Professor Chad Haines. He is the co-founder of Center for Muslim Experience in US and Associate Professor of Religious Studies in Arizona State University, United States of America. We are very, very happy to have here with us Professor Chad Haines. So sir, first of all, welcome to University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. We have already had a discussion with Professor Yasmin Saikia ma'am, who is your wife. So we would like to know what motivated you, in terms of having an interest towards the Center for Peace Studies, Center for Jahanara Center for Peace Studies in University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya.
Yeah. Well, first, thank you for hosting us and having us here in this discussion. We're very excited to be part of the USTM team. There's a long history to this, and the multiple sort of strands that came together in creating this center. The first, obviously, is the memory of my in-laws, my wife's parents, and we have very fond memories. And I remember just one story to relate is when my father-in-law passed away. I remember very well so many people coming to the house, people that were strangers to the family, and offering their remembrances of him and telling stories about things they did for him, the money he lent to them to have their son's wedding, the Dobie down the street who he actually lent money to expand his shop and improve it. On and on people came, and it was really concretized this idea of peace, in a sense, through action, through our personal ethics and our interrelationships. So in many ways, this center comes to embody that idea. But there's also an intellectual tradition and trajectory into creating this center. It comes out of our work at Arizona State University. We've been involved with what's called the Center for the Study of Religion and Conflict, and also the Center for the Muslim Experience in the United States. And what we're really concerned about is how difference is understood. In so many ways, difference can be seen as a site of conflict and fear, but it can also be a place to celebrate and something that we should really understand and that brings us together. That difference isn't something that we should be afraid of, but something actually that we should mark as something that makes us human. That we're all different from one another. And so the foundations of this center are really to create that, and particularly in the Northeast, which is itself such a diverse region and so many different communities here, and how to draw upon the cultures of these communities, these diverse communities, as ways to create peace between them and to understand one another and to create mutual and sustainable, harmonious living conditions.
So before moving to next question, I would like to appreciate you for showing such a kind of enthusiasm and support to Yasmin Saikia ma'am. Like you are the pillar of peace here. So peace in praxis we can see.
Yes.
Right. This is very important. Like whenever we are offering something, into academic world, we need to show it through practice. So this praxis, peace praxis can be very much visible here. And my next question to you will be, how do we see you associate with this center? So we are very eager to know about what will be your role in shaping this center.
Well, I think, foundationally, obviously, we're involved in working with you and other faculty at USTM to sort of create the foundations for the center, and I think that's very important in these dialogues. And I think one of the most strategic and important things to recognize that peace is not just some abstract subject that we can study or talk about, but it's a lived reality. And that lived reality is, in a sense, through dialogue. And so in many ways we see our role here as facilitating dialogue, as drawing upon not just our own intellectual expertise and background, but also our network of scholars around the world, across the United States, that we can bring into this center and deepen the dialogues that we can have here to draw other scholars from different parts of the world that are not familiar with the Northeast or even India, to let them see the rich traditions and cultures of peace that exist here, and thus expand the ways in which the Northeast is actually understood. So we see our role really as, in a sense, facilitators, encouragers, and to brainstorm ideas down the road.
That is a very nice initiative, sir. We would like to thank Professor Yasmin Saikia, sir, and Professor Chad Haines, so for being here with us today. So we are very overwhelmed with the response towards this center, and we really hope that our University of Science and Technology Meghalaya, can grow from their massive, energies in terms of teaching, learning, in terms of their ideas of peacemaking, in terms of their enthusiasm regarding peace studies research in this part of India, which is considered to be very backward but very forward in terms of peacemaking and conflict resolution roles. Thank you.
Thank you.